I think we will see some of this. However, some of it may be more north than south. The model's kind of flipping back and forth this morning and showed the worst of the heavy rain to the north and a little bit down here. Now it kind of splits the difference with it, but it's easily 1 to 3 inches of rain, maybe some higher amounts in places for tomorrow.
Could it miss the Jazz Fest?
I don't know if it'll totally miss the Jazz Fest. It won't be raining the entire time, so there may be a wave of some heavy rain, then it stops for a while. So their protocol as to how they play with that, but I think later in the afternoon, that's when some of the stronger thunderstorms are expected to move in. Today, well, kind of a quiet weather day. A lot of clouds, not the prettiest of days out there. 77 degrees or dew point 68. It's getting pretty muggy out there. When you get that number closer to 70 degrees, we're talking some muggy conditions, and we indeed have that out there. Feels like it's 79. It's already 80 in Lake Charles, but the sunshine is out there. 77 degrees, or sorry, there's 72 in Houston, 61 in San Antonio. How about Brownsville? 85 there, but 63 in Dallas. And you can see the warm air surging up to Nashville. 77 degrees, getting ready for the big NFL draft there tomorrow. Looks like they may be doing some wet weather, though. 79 degrees Atlanta. Look at Charleston, Charlotte, Jacksonville, all in the 80s there along the eastern seaboard. From 72 in Gulfport to 77 in Hammond. We're looking at 76 over in the east and 77 degrees down in Homa. The warm spots, Baton Rouge to Reserve, both at 78 right now. And we do have, again, there's winds out of the southeast, anywhere from about 6 to 14, 15 miles per hour. We will have a little bit of a breeze out there this afternoon as well, too. But overall, just warm and more humid today. Now, tomorrow with the cold front strong to possibly severe storms with some heavy rain likely. And the weekend to be a beautiful one out there, dry and on the warm side with that low humidity. For today, should briefly get a little more sunshine. I think later this afternoon here, that could get us up to near that 80-degree mark for today. Winds are out of the south to southeast, anywhere from 8 to 15 miles per hour. So at least a little breeze with the muggy weather. Heading out to Wednesday at the square at 5 o'clock. We'll say about 80 degrees briefly there. Otherwise, the upper 70s. Mostly cloudy, warm, and humid if you're heading out there for the day. And for you allergy sufferers out there, good news. Weed, grass, and tree pollen all on the low side. But the mold levels are still pretty much on the high side for us today. You'll notice a lot of clouds here, but they are thinning out as you go from Baton Rouge back to Lake Charles, and the temperatures there have warmed up, upper 70s to around 80 degrees already. So with this little bit of some drier air sneaking in, we could see a little more sunshine later this afternoon. While that seems nice, look what's behind it. A lot of heavy rain, severe thunderstorms breaking out from Austin, San Antonio, points southward all the way to the Rio Grande River. Not worried about this initial batch of rain. That's going to move away from our area, maybe impacting Dallas to Shreveport. It's this mess back here near San Angelo, all the way back over towards the El Paso. That's our next low that's going to be moving on in. The tail end of this front here to the north, that's going to be moving north of us. This one's going to come right across the Houston area, kind of go up toward Arkansas and send a front our way for tomorrow. It'll tap in the warm and humid air coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. Then in the upper levels, you've got water vapor, moisture up there. Drew the jet stream. Again, we talked about that. That's the river winds aloft where the airplanes fly. If this trough or dip in the jet stream, right in the base of it, that big upper level low, that's going to help to drive some severe weather into Texas today, potentially strong and maybe severe storms with some heavy rain across our area for tomorrow. And yeah, that means soggy weather for Jazz Fest and the Zurich Classic. The only day of rain, unfortunately, or fortunately, is tomorrow. But again, it's for Jazz Fest and Zurich Classic. You don't really want to see rain. Today, though, may see 1 or 2 sprinkles. I'm not looking for much of any rain out there at all. As we headed to tonight, a lot of clouds. We'll start seeing a couple showers mainly west of us from the Hammond area back over toward Lafayette, Acadiana area as we get to about 7 o'clock in the morning. Then as we get to about 9 o'clock, starting to see some rain here kind of from Morgan City, Hammond back to Bogalusa. And then we see a little bit more building closer to the river and bayou parishes closing in on the city. Now, this is 11 o'clock in the morning, so we might be able to get the first group or so, a couple groups of the golfers out. But as we get to the Jazz Fest, may have an opening act. But you can see here by 12, 1 o'clock, a batch of storms already moves through. That exits the area. Heavy rain by 3 o'clock on the North Shore. And then a really big storm. Some of these strong, possibly severe, 5 o'clock on Thursday with a heavy downpours likely too. Street flooding, some flash flooding issues potentially with this as well. That clears out by 8 o'clock. And then as we head into Friday, we start clearing out in the morning, couple clouds, and then a lot of sunshine by the afternoon hours. But there is that risk for severe weather level 2 out of 5 for strong winds, hail, and can't rule out a tornado or 2. We also have a slight risk there for excessive rainfall. You can see out of a total of 4 categories with a second category there. So need to be watch out for that. Rain totals anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. Maybe a few places could be a little higher. So we'll have to keep an eye on all that as we move forward. So again, for Jazz Fest, kind of stormy tomorrow. Not looking great, but the weekend looks perfect. Again, for Zurich Classic, maybe able to get some golf in the morning. But once you get to the afternoon, very stormy weather. weather, but again, the weekend will be just wonderful for golfing. So for today, 80 degrees, 77 tomorrow with those strong to severe storms and heavy rain, but nice weather for the weekend and no rain after tomorrow.
All right, Dave.